Hey guys, welcome back. It's Jen with Lady Tarot 911, and I am going to do a pick a card for you with messages regarding what you need to know in these current energies. So I have two decks here that are pre-shuffled. I have the one with the crystal and then also the one with the petrified wood. So just intuitively hone in on which deck is that you're connecting with more. And then the timestamps will be down below in the link. And also, if you haven't subscribed, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would love to have you a part of our soul family and to also like the videos if you connect with it after the read. So again, the timestamps will be down below and I will join you there with your message. Thanks. Bye. Okay, so if you chose this pile, the brown cards with the crystal pyramid, it's so pretty, especially in the light. But if you chose this pile, then we are going to go ahead and start your read. Um, okay, Spirit, Universe, what do we have for the collective? What do they need to know in this current energy? What message do you want me to give to them in this current energy? What message does the collective need at this time in regards to this current energy? Okay. So what message? Okay. Oh, Ten of Swords. Universe, what message do you have for the collective in these current energies? Okay. What message do you have in these current energies for the collective? What message do you have for the collective in these current energies? What message do you have for the collective in these current energies? Just put these over here. So you have the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. And so what messages do you have for the collective in these current energies? What messages do you have for the collective in these current energies? Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of blue in these cards, which tells me that, so we've got blue in the swords, blue in the Four of Cups, and you've got the Queen of Cups, and you've also got the Hierophant, and the Three of Wands. So it looks like there is somebody who is pulling back on an opportunity. Something's come to an end with this Ten of Swords, and that has come to an end in the past in regards to maybe a relationship collaborating with a group or a team or somebody within a relationship. It looks like this could be in regards to a value system or a relationship that potentially was a marriage or a love relationship, and one where if you look at these two cards, he is not interested in what's being given to him or what's being offered. However, and she sits like this on the table, she's trying, and gender doesn't matter, remember, but the energy of the Queen of Cups is trying to offer a cup of love to him. And he's just not interested. He is reserved, pulled back. There's an energy of boredom, mm, stinginess, I guess you could say. Um, it almost appears to me, because I started noticing the blue within these two cards here, but it almost appears that there was something that took place that caused an ending in some type of connection or collaboration with the team. And from that, he seems like this is what has affected him, because he is, it almost looks like a child that, and I'm just saying that the energy just appears to be very um, childlike and resistant to what's being offered. I mean, he has three cups there, and he doesn't want that fourth cup. He's just bored now by this time. He just isn't interested. He's detached from, whatever was from before. I mean, he's facing that direction. So maybe looking back at the past, but he also is not looking forward at all for a potential opportunity. The Three of Wands is here. He's just stagnant. He's just sitting there, and this could be somebody who is not wanting to take an opportunity of potentially not wanting a long-term connection. This could be about values again, a value system, or morals and um, a way of living, or spiritual or religious values. He doesn't seem to be sharing um, those same elements within us. He doesn't seem to be opening up. He seems to be bringing conversation potentially to the table. There's a lot of green here, or blue here, I'm sorry, but I don't see, I mean, I see the cups, but he has become resistant to that, and he's not taking the Queen of Cups offering that she's offering. So I think that he is you have somebody who is okay with sharing their mind, um, communicating. There's a lot of blue on there, so I think that he communicates well. But as far as opening up to be able to move forward and look in the direction of the Queen of Cups, um, embodying potentially Cancer. There's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is Taurus energy, more Taurus energy. Essentially all the elements: Aries, Leo, Sag, and the wands, and then Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius for the swords. So all the energies are on the board right now. So it could be any sign that you're dealing with. They're all connected. But it doesn't look like he is interested in either moving something forward at this time, or moving towards an opportunity with potentially a Queen of Cups, or in the energy of a Queen of Cups, and moving towards a long-term commitment, or the possibility of something that's stable, a marriage, an engagement, just a relationship, some type of promise that was made. Um, it appears that he appears just ornery and frustrated and obstinate in this energy, and he's facing the direction of the Ten of Swords. And so I think that has caused him hurt and pain, and it's something that he just is being stubborn about. He doesn't want to take this cup of love that's being offered from the divine, and he's just not going to do it. So it appears that there's a wish fulfillment here, potentially an ending of an old connection that was somebody's wish fulfillment so that they could move forward. It does appear that somebody might be something's weighing on them, and they're having to juggle. And it appears that there might be messages coming in, or communication, which could be in the form of email, text, a letter. Um, but, it's ironic that, or it's synchronistic more than ironic, but here's the Page of Cups. So it looks just like him sitting here with his arms crossed, and it's one cup in each of them. So it almost looks like he has got himself up from this spot where he was mourning, or being obstinate, being resistant to the energy and the offering, and has now got himself into a place where he wants to come forward and offer something that is, that is in the form of emotion or vulnerability or opening up. Um, I I'm drawn to the fish in this card. It's the same blue as what's in that card. So I think that there was conversation, or there will be conversation that comes up within these energies. And I don't think that this conversation is going to be um, very emotional, because these swords are blue. And the swords are about logic and thinking in 3D and things being more practical. So I don't feel that this is going to be um, necessarily emotional communication, but I do believe that he has moved and he has made progress from this Four of Cups into a Page of Cups. Now, I'm not so sure that it is in the direction of this Queen of Cups, or in regards to anything having to do with long-term commitment or a promise. What I do see is that he was juggling pentacles. So this could be in regards to obtaining pentacles, which is money, or, money coming in. And at this point, this wish fulfillment from an ending, it could be that, he didn't know what was going on with his finances. He was concerned about those. He was, because this is a Pentacle card, the Three of Pentacles. He didn't know about a potential job offer. Or he was given a job offer he didn't want. He was given an opportunity he didn't want. He he or she was juggling, in between. He could have been indecisive, not making a decision, not knowing which way to go. But something was weighing on him, pretty heavily. It does appear that there's a ship in this card. There's two ships, actually. So this could have been in regards to juggling possibilities of moving or traveling, or relocating. And not sure if that's something that he wanted to do, if he could afford that, if that was going to be beneficial for him, if this was going to be his wish fulfillment. Um, but it appears that something is starting to progress forward, either in a message that is coming to this person, or a message coming to you. This could be you in regards to moving or traveling, or even just progress forward, movement forward in a different direction besides sitting still in this stuck energy. But it does look like there was an ending in the past, and there was an attempt, or there was some collaborating. And it could have been that an ending of this collaboration, which could have been, third party. When people bring up third parties, I like to call them third distractions, because that's essentially what they are. They could be anything from a bill that needs to be paid, or, of course, like a person, or a job, or a home life, or, lack of food, or, your car breaks down. And these are all just distractions that are taking you from this teamwork within connections and relationships. So it could have been that there was an ending of whatever this was that was taking place, this distraction. And this has caused, you know, a sense of freedom, I guess, in this. You can't really see it, I guess, in the Nine of Cups. So this is wishes fulfilled. Um, you or your person or the situation could have been, these wishes could have been granted, or come about, and with this offering of what the page and the message brings, um, it makes him very happy, but it puts him in a position where he's stuck now and trying to figure out which way to go. He's juggling multiple things in his life, trying to create that balance again that the universe wants us to have. So why is the Queen of Cups here? Why is the Queen of Cups here for the current energies? Thank you. Okay, so this is the Ace of Cups. So I believe that there's going to be a message in regards to, I wasn't sure prior because these swords were all that was blue in regards to the, the depictions that are in the cards. But I do feel like there is a realization of communicating, and this fish jumping out of this cup, being the same color. I think that there has been a realization, an understanding, an epiphany moment that conversation is needed. Things need to come to the table. And I get that from the wrap on his head, which would be his, um, uh, his intuition, the knowledge, um, his crown chakra, realizing that this is what's needed. And also you can see in this card that the water, or the love, the depiction of the love, is overflowing in this Ace of Cups. So this could have been where he went from, this could be somebody in your life who was not accepting an offer of love, didn't want to start up a relationship, didn't want to be involved in, a collaboration or teamwork, didn't want to say how he felt because he would be vulnerable. But it appears that he's moved out of that and into the potential of that being an option. Either that or this Queen of Cups, if this is a person that he has been dealing with, that she is the one, he is the one, whoever embodies the Queen of Cups did offer their cup of love, and um, it wasn't accepted. There was an opportunity. There's going to be an opportunity for long-term commitment, but I'm not so sure that that's what this person is wanting. However, it is in the forward moving direction. So let's see, why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? This could be acceptance I'm getting in with a religious value, with a spiritual value. I do share a lot of my stories just so that if it would help anybody, but I do remember that when I was going through my awakening, I didn't have anybody to tell what was happening with me. I didn't know what was going on with the world. It was around the time that COVID came about a couple of years ago, and I just was beside myself. I didn't have anybody to relate to tell me, okay, this is what's happening with you. So it could be there could be, as in this card, judgments being made regarding decisions being made regarding long-term commitment, changing the narrative, and I guess allowing for there to be decisions made, no longer stuck, but decisions made regarding the opportunity of moving on with a connection, with the acceptance of changing spiritual values, the acceptance of people in your lives that maybe have a different religious view. There's a judgment call being made on that. And, um, but the Hierophant is no nonsense. I mean, it is what it is. It's values, it's morals, it's the way that we believe, a belief system, and there's a judgment being made by somebody in your life regarding this. Um, so you also got the four of wands, which, so this could very much be a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection, because we have Page of Cups, Ace of Cups, we have Hierophant, and the Four of Wands. This is about stability. So I do think that there was an ending of some type of situationship, relationship in the past in regards to some type of collaborating together. Could be a third party, it could be just a situation of a third distraction. And when this ending happened, somebody's wishes were fulfilled. However, that ended up becoming, if this was a third party that was started, this became a more of a burden, and things needed to be juggled. And there was a lot of trying to make decisions on what to go with, who to go with, who do you want, or who do they want in their life. And when there was opportunity for love and abundance and the opening of the heart chakra, and that was offered, at first it was not something that they wanted. However, maybe potentially through regret or just reevaluation, uh, there were messages that came in, or there will be messages that come uh, in regards to um, the maybe renewing a connection, redoing a connection, an apology. The Page of Cups can be, the pages are younger. So this could be somebody who's younger than you. You could be younger than them. This could be immature conversation. Like I mentioned before, I don't think this is going to be real in-depth, emotional conversation, but I do feel like with this overflowing water and emotion, I think this is allowing for that channel of opening up with emotion to be cleared. This, and either your person or the people involved or you are going to embody this Queen of Cups and allow for this free flowing emotion and vulnerability, bringing up truths, and fears and wishes and things that need to be talked about, and hurts and pains and and sorrows and disappointments, and those things need to be healed by not repressing emotions, by allowing emotions to flow freely. That's how so the way that it's been explained to me in my life, if you can't connect the, shedding tears, and it's something that, and I'm just going to say this quickly, it's something that's always bothered me, is this stereotypical standard that was put out in generations prior, and it was kind of always like this from everybody that I've known, but that little boys shouldn't cry, or that if people cry, you're weak. And I've really, I guess, bucked up against that whole principle. Obviously, I am a Cancer, and I do have a son, and I just think that we need to change that narrative as well. And crying or releasing, that is releasing energy. That is releasing pent up energy that we hold, that causes us to go into these moments of resistance and, having to juggle, and pain and sorrow. And so I think that we need to change that and allow for those emotions to not create a stigma of weakness, because it actually takes strength to be able to repress that emotion. And that's the way that we heal. So anyways, there's my little tirade on that whole, I guess, parenting tactic, just being tough. There's a difference between being tough and repressing all your freaking emotions all your entire freaking life. I mean, no wonder people explode and they rage, and there's problems later on in life when people have been taught that it's not okay to show sadness or tears or um, I mean, what else? That's energy, right? That's just the release of energy. So where is that energy going to go if it doesn't come out? Uh, I mean, speaking is energy. That's releasing. Laughing, that's energy. Those are all socially acceptable. Why is crying, not acceptable for male figures or more masculine, you know, when you're in your masculine state, why is it not okay? And I don't know. I just something that's always just really intrigued me. Um, so releasing that energy, back to your read, sorry about that. Releasing that energy and allowing for that communication and that free flow of energy and vulnerability and repressed feelings or sorrows. And this could be regarding a marriage, this could be regarding a relationship, or even just feeling different because of some spiritual or religious values, and somebody making judgments on that, either yourself or family, friends, whoever, this this judgment, when we can open the channels of vulnerability and not feel like it's weakness and share our feelings and be open about that, we create a worthiness and a worthiness within us where judgments that are made on us don't matter as much. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what people think or the way that they perceive things. It doesn't have any effect on you if you just shove it off, let it roll. You keep doing you, you keep being you. And I think that within this event that's taking place or that might be taking place in the future, you do find that there is opportunities in finding this worth, not caring about this judgment or these judgment calls that are made. This is the universe as well. So the universe has a right to do that. The universe is fair and balanced and divine. This is divinely guided. So if there is judgment calls that need to bring things, reestablish that balance within us, then obviously this is a good thing. But if this is judgment in regards to somebody in your life, all of us are human beings, and obviously we shouldn't judge one another. But this has created an opportunity that's come about through this judgment call, and it could be in regards to a person who you making a judgment call, or even the universe. And this opportunity has come about, which has created now a sense of stability. So, and I do want to just pull, let's see, I forgot I had my ear in. Let's see, put that up there. So, tell me about this judgment call. What is this judgment call about? Thank you. Okay, so this is lost love, wanting to reconnect after a long period. So there's a judgment call that brings a relationship, I think, potentially back together, and this could be where the soulmates and the twin flame connection comes about. There's the possibility of that. There's conversation and this channel being opened for there to be sharing of communication. This is stuff that could have happened in the past in regards to old relationships, connections, things that needed to be ended and wrapped up, and a real self-evaluation of if this is something that somebody wanted to continue on with. Tell me about the Four Cups. Thank you. Okay. Gosh, those are slippery. Okay, yeah. Craving your physical touch. So embrace. So I think just this was a decision on whether this is something that somebody wanted to continue and, wanted, or it could be you or your person who is hoping for this, but it does show that there is stability in this opportunity and a coming together, reunion, reconciliation. It does look like it's going to be happening. You will be getting messages. Either there was an ending or there might be an ending that you'll find out about. And this could be in regards to the, long-term commitment, or the wanting of a long-term commitment now that things are wrapped up from the past, and this leads to that opportunity of stability. Show me why the Hierophant's here. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? So building, yeah. So building, wanting to start a family. So somebody could be, wanting this opportunity to come about, which starting a family or wanting to build is becoming more of an opportunity, which will create a sense of, instead of imbalance, stability within your life, within your person's life. I do see a lot of blue, so I do think that there's going to be a lot of communication in this current energy. There's going to be a shift. It's very transformative energy that's happening right now anyways, but, I think that this is very much for you, pile 1, the crystal pile, that this is regarding some type of soulmate connection. A lot of these reads are about that lately, so there's a lot of reuniting and reunions and rebuilding happening in this energy. So yeah, I think that light bulb, I think that that's this moment here in between these two cards where it's like, okay, I needed to self-reflect. I needed to figure out what meant something to me, what I wanted for my life, what I found valuable in my life, and this is where they start taking that action. This light bulb moment goes off and they begin to learn to manifest the things that they want, or you do. You learn to manifest this move in this, in this direction. Oh, I was just guided to look at the bottom of the deck, and it says lit, passion burning for you. So, wow, like this is great. Just this, it does look like there is something that's being, reignited. This is a lot like the reading that I posted right before this one on the next 7 days. So this is the energy that will be within the next 7 days. So it could very much be a repeat for maybe people who didn't who didn't see the other one, but they are very, very similar. Let's see what messages the universe has for you. So child beginnings, yeah, something new being lit, starting up. Deeply committed loons. So this is about manifesting and reawakening to lost hopes, maybe lost connections that are coming back together. This is a 10 card, so this is completion, and you see that there's 2 of them. So soulmates, twin flames, marriage, maybe. Church. So okay, so this is very much like the Hierophant. Principle, religion, dogma, family values, marriage, the collective consciousness. This is just a overall, increase in vibration. So a building of that vibration. And again, a 1 card, rabbits, new beginnings. So something big is being relit during this transformative period, and that's what this message is for you. So thanks so much for being here. Please like my video if you connect with this, if this is your story, and also subscribe if you'd like to become a part of my soul family. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Bye. Hey, okay, so pile 2 with the petrified wood. I'm going to go ahead and start your read and find out what message the universe wants me to give you in these current energies. Okay, so, oops, that flipped around like that. So, universe, spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for pile 2 in regards to the energy, this current energy? What message do you want me to give them in regards to the collective and pile 2 in this current energy? What messages do you have for the collective in this current energy? What message do you want me? Oh, goodness. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. There is a reason I pre-shuffle all of these before too. So actually we'll do this. So Queen of Swords and Nine of Cups. King of Swords. Wow, look at that. True pair. Soulmates, relationship. A lot of messages about soulmates, twin flames, relationships, ending and beginning, decisions being made. Four of Cups. What messages do you have for, why is the Queen of Swords here? What messages do you have for pile 2? Why is the Queen of Swords here? In regards to these current energies, why is the Queen of Swords here? Okay. Two of Pentacles. Why is the Nine of Cups here in this current energy? Pile 2. The Moon. Why is the King of Swords here for the collective in these current energies? Why is the King of Swords here? Oh, wait. This one I saw first. And then this one. And then this one. And then we had an extra one. I felt all of those. And this one. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Okay. Whew, a lot of energy on the board. Okay, I'm going to move this up a little bit. So looking at this, there is the Queen and King of Swords. So there's a true pair here. They're very much about truth. And I feel like, okay, there's a lot of people in here. There is Queen of Swords, King of Swords, Queen of Wands, the Empress. So I'm getting the sense that there is some type of situationship or relationship that's being looked at, decided upon, that somebody's trying to make decisions about. You've got the Two of Pentacles being juggled, and you also have the Hanged Man here. So I think that truths are coming out. They're coming to the table. These cards are a little harder to depict without the colors. So I should have been using these as clarifiers, but there's still a lot of energy here to be able to read these. And okay, so using the depictions on the cards, you've got the Queen of Swords who's looking at the King of Swords. The King of Swords is not looking at the Queen of Swords. And they're both sandwiching, essentially, the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Queen of Swords is about no nonsense, straight up truth. You bring the truth. King of Swords is very much like that too, but he's more ruthless. She is obviously more of a feminine energy, so she's going to embody in this energy more of understanding, but there needs to be values and it's funny because I was listening to Steve's Love Tarot today, and he was talking about the fact that he did a read where King and Queen of Swords came up as well. He was out on a walk, and there were couples fighting today in this energy. And So it's very synchronistic that they come out in my read as well. Sorry. There can be a fight. I mean, even just in the way that they are looking at each other. These are hard to get up, but I want to show you. So look at her. She's like, are you going to offer me the truth? Are you going to come with me or come at me with the story and what is happening, and are you going to answer my questions? I mean, that's the way she looks with that hand out. Like, are you going to bring this, forward? And he isn't even looking at her, and he's just like, hang on, I'm going to mess up this whole thing, but I want you to see that. So he's like, yeah, no, I don't think so. He's like, I don't see you there. Who? Sorry. That's just, I don't even know why I'm laughing at it. I think that, gosh, it's so funny. Like, he just is pretending like she doesn't even exist. And she's like, are you going to listen to me? And he's like, yeah, what? I'm watching TV, watching sports. I'm kidding. I'm not laughing because this can be really painful for people and these situations. I've been here. I know. I get it. And every once in a while we have to have a laugh to release energy, right? But it does look like there's a difference of opinion on what is wish fulfillment, or who, maybe fights about what makes people happy, and it doesn't make somebody else happy, and this can be hurtful, and there can be loss and separation, and there is a tower here. And I feel that the Queen of Swords, that you or somebody within this dynamic is wanting truth, wanting answers brought to the table, and wanting to know about, trying to make decisions on what to do with this truth that is, at this point, doesn't look to be offered by the King of Swords, by your person, or vice versa. Energies can be swapped. And there's confusion and maybe things not being said, hidden agendas, because you have the moon, and the moon is underneath the Nine of Cups. So this could have been wish fulfillment for somebody, that, a juggling type of situation that, with multiple people. And I say that because there is the Queen of Wands over here next to the Tower. So this could be involvement of somebody that has no business in this situation, but included themselves. And the Queen of Swords is a little fed up. And it kind of almost looks like she's saying, so is this what your Nine of Cups is? You need to make a decision on if this is what you're wanting, and bring to the table to me the truth of the situations that are at hand, and not keep things hidden. I want to know what is happening. I want to be clear, and then I can decide whether this is my wish fulfillment, my Nine of Cups. But the balancing of how to bring that conversation up, what to say, when to say it, it is a balancing act, trying to work together to figure this situation out. But it looks like the King of Swords is holding back, has the Eight of Swords, which the King of Swords in this energy feels that he's trapped, which he's not, because he has the sword. He can, he can cut off these ties that bind him, and he's looking for answers outside of himself, and that's a big thing. I always look at these with the blindfold on, and trying to see through the blindfold when he's trying to make logical decisions with all these swords. So this is very airy energy, not Aries, but airy energy, that is a lot of 3D ego-based thought process that he's going to be stuck in, because his brain's going to lie to him about where he's comfortable and safe, and not want him to feel like there's an unknown, because unknowns are scary. At least that's what our brain tells us, right? So the moon was here and this was here. So he feels trapped. He doesn't feel like he has, that's why he's not looking at her. And I got really into this story, but I mean, that's how this is kind of laying out. But this could be somebody in your life. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be in a love relationship. It can be in a work environment where a coworker got involved, or, a boss that's maybe not being truthful, or this could be in a family ship or friendship, or, anything. You relate it to your situation of what you're dealing with in these energies. I just know that a lot of these have been really focused on relationships and truths that are needing to be brought to the table. And it appears that there is some truth about loss, or this situation causes a loss and a feeling of loss and mourning. And the Five of Cups is very much about not seeing what's before you and focusing on what's behind you, and the feeling of lack. So concentrating on this lack versus seeing what there is in front of him. And this very well could be the loss of this Queen of Wands in his life. And that's challenging for him. And this could be something that Queen of Swords does not know about. So you might not know something about a distraction, or an ending of something, or a decision that can't be made about a Queen of Wands. This could be a relationship where the Queen of Swords had been, because these are bookending, as Steve Love Tarot says, this can be a story where a cup of love or an opportunity was being offered to this Four of Cups. And if you look at him, he just doesn't want any part of that. He's just like, nope, I'm bored, I'm done. This is not what I want for my life. This is not how I saw things going. I am so confused. And that's what that says to me. And I'm going to be obstinate and stubborn, and I don't want what you're offering. I don't want that cup. I don't want that. I have 3 cups, so he might have a lot of options, or this 3 could be these 3 in this situationish, what do they call that? Situationship. But it appears that it could be regret as well, because this Queen of Wands could have been in the picture and caused problems, but is no longer in the picture. And so the loss of that is hard for him to take, or her to take. And by not accepting what was being offered, there's regret now because of a tower moment. And I believe, looking at this tower moment has a lot to do with, yeah, okay, and that would make sense. So looking at these, and this one too, and this one. So a defensiveness or resistance against the choice that needed to be made, in regards to potentially this third distraction, this Queen of Wands. And after spending some time just really soul searching and figuring out what was going to take this King of Swords, doing a lot of soul searching and introspection, take this King of Swords to this Five of Cups to a place that was productive and for their highest good, and the work that was put into maybe this relationship and now it's lost, there could be regret, because there might not only be loss of this Queen of Wands, but maybe through not making this decision, this Queen of Swords has had enough. And she's like, well, you're going to lose me too. And you need to decide what is your happiness, what makes you happy, and speak about it. Bring these things to the table and not ignore them, not pretend that they don't exist, and keeping yourself in this analyzation, paralyzation mode. You need to get out of this hangman position and get out of this tree and make these decisions. People around you are being affected, and this, so, and then there's not only the Queen of Wands, but there's the Empress and the Ace of Wands. So I think that the realization of maybe not accepting this cup of love, or this cup of opportunity from potentially this Queen of Swords, has caused a tower moment in this person's life. The universe has to shake things up a little bit. If you're stuck in a tree and you can't get out, and you don't have any new perspective about situations and energy that's changing around you all the time, you're going to have a tower moment. And if you look at this card, he is being shook out of that tree. You see him right there? Yeah, so that's what the universe does. It says, okay, well, if you can't figure this out, we're going to figure it out for you, and you're probably not going to like it very much, but it's what we do. We are the universe, and we will have our balance, and things will be made right, and through justice and judgment, things are going to balance out. And when you have three, one being a distraction potentially, or even the Queen of Swords could have been the distraction which caused loss of the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords was a loss for the King, or this can go so many different ways. Address it or connect it to your situation. There was a loss here, and there's regret, and there is things that aren't being said or things that aren't being brought to light, but they, at least currently, but in this energy, it appears that they will be, and that this Hanged Man, this new perspective, will be forced by the universe to be seen. And through this, there is good that comes from the Tower. That's why the Tower is not there's challenges with it, but it's not a negative card, because it's not a negative energy, because it boosts us in ways that we have to shift and adjust in energy that's not going anywhere. It's not balancing. And when you have three, that's not necessarily, that's like a tricycle. That's like a table without an extra leg, and it's going to wobble and it's going to fall just like the Tower. And after this Tower falls, there is, this could be a solo journey as well for a Divine Feminine as well, because there is the Empress here. And through this situation, oh, I'm so sorry. Nala, I'm going to have to put her in a different room when I do these reads. I'm so sorry. Through this situation, through this cycle that's coming to a close, decisions are made, things are seen in a new perspective, whether it be him or her, whatever. The duality of the masculine and the feminine are put into balance. That creates a new beginning of passion, or a passionate new beginning for abundance, or this Empress, this moment of making decisions of what's going to be best, what's going to be for for your highest good. And this could be you, this situation coming about, however it resonates with you, however this is seen. You could have been stuck. You might have known that that these things were taking place, or there's a lot of stories out there that I've heard, and I've experienced myself dealing with, things like this in my life. And, the universe is fair across the board. Everybody deals with tower moments and things that are unfair, and the balance that needs to be designed potentially by the universe if we can't figure it out. And it's happened to us all, but it makes us stronger, and it helps us grow, and it gives us new opportunities, that's something that needs to be always on the table, is this possibility that's created from the universe getting involved, or things that are challenging. And it creates, by remembering these things, it creates these two cups to be looked at, and it turns this guy around, where he could have made these decisions, but he was too busy looking in the past and on a loss that no longer served him. The water's all gone out of these cups. There's no love. There's nothing left. And no matter what the Queen of Swords or the Queen of Wands or the King of Swords had in mind, or their intentions, this is done. This is something that has been hopefully learned from, or through this situation, not accepting anything other than those 3 cups that are spilled. This is the lesson. A tower comes along and teaches a lesson about not making these choices, not involving other distractions, focusing on yourself, not being in a lack mindset, and making decisions that, yes, are going to be of your highest good, so that these lower vibration situations aren't created, because they hurt and involve so many aspects of our life. No matter what it is, it could be, it could be anything. It could be exes involved, or it could be family members involved. It could be mothers or fathers involved, or great aunts who are causing a problem. Who knows? It could be anything that comes along to disrupt, because these people are not focused on bettering themselves. They're all focused on each other, and that's not what's good. It's like trying to look outside this blindfold. We need to look within ourselves and strengthen ourselves and answer our questions and decide on things, so that we can have these opportunities and create good, solid relationships, so that towers don't come down, or good, solid situations in our life, but the towers don't come down. So, universe, what do you have, Spirit? What do you have for the collective in regards to other messages for the energy that is playing out right now? Do you have any messages of what's playing out right now? What messages do you have? Okay, I'm led to these two. So, spontaneous heading toward you. So this could be your person, to bring these truths. That's what I'm getting from that. To bring things, to bring conversation. These are blue, very blue cards, and blue is the throat chakra, so it's about conversation. Cover up, trying to prevent the truth from coming out. There could be something that's heading your way that this person, whoever this is, doesn't want known, and you have to be prepared, for that. I'm guided to this. So there's a passion burning for you. So this can be something that's needing to be worked on, and then through that, getting all organized and worked out with the tower reconstructing this new, the 8 Wands is about Wands is about fiery passion, and forward movement, and this new passionate beginning can be truth. This truth could be about how this person feels about you. So one more message. Universe, do you have one more message for the collective, for pile 2, in regards to this current energy? Oh, okay, well, that's a lot of messages, but we'll do it. Okay, so curiosity. So this could be somebody new who's heading towards you, a new relationship, and they want to get to know you. Or this could be somebody who, maybe this, whatever this is, work relationship, family relationship, somebody new coming into the family, love relationship, they've been so conflicted that they haven't had time to get to know the real you, or you them. And so there's a curiosity on who you are, or no matter how long you've been together, where this might go, the possibility of that. So yeah, not in a good headspace, depressed. This could be a divine masculine going through ego death, awakenings. This could be anybody going through awakenings, dark nights of the soul. It's just all energy. It's all just how we react, how we cope, and how we deal with these, the intensity of energy and the energy shifts and, planetary alignments and where we are in our life. He could be depressed because he can't make a decision. This is where he could be, or she could be. She could be down in the dumps. And this person could be sad, and there's sorrow, and there's figuring it out, trying to get the answers and figure out how to move forward, or how to get out of this tree, what decision to make. And then the last message is future. They see this relationship for the long term. So this could be your new person. This could be your person who's made a decision in this situation. This could also be somebody who makes a decision in this situation, who leaves, or you leave, and do your own life for a little bit, and this tower takes place to handle this decision about this distraction, and your person comes back and relights this situation with you. But no matter what, through this, because I feel that this is you, no matter if you're female or male, or masculine or feminine or whatever, they're coming back to the Empress, because this is where you are. Because you have learned, you have grown, you've done the work, or they have, and they're coming back as the Empress to you, to close up cycles, bring closure. It's usually the other way around. The Empress doesn't go to other people, or other situations that might be in limbo, I guess you could say, lower vibration. When you're in Empress energy, you want truth and value and morale, and no distractions, and focus and happiness, and all of the above. And that's where I believe that you are at in this current energy. And a lot of the messages are very much the same in these next 7 days. I just did a read that I put up prior to this one, and it was very much like it had the same overtones of the same message. So I think that we all deal with the same energy. It's just how we deal with it is a little different. And so for you, pile 2, this could be your situation. Take it how you connect with it. And if you liked it, if you could like my video, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you a part of my family. And thanks so much. You guys have a good week. Bye.